I watched the points that Booker scored, and every point that he had scored was on Lopez. I mean, Lopez offensively was there.
Yeah.
But when you got these players, like, here's why the Suns are their offense is very, very, very hard to beat. First off, Chris Paul, everybody knows, is the master of the pick and roll. So that's clear. That's been clear since day one, back to Lob City days. That is the most unstoppable. Yeah. That is the most unstoppable play in basketball, especially when you have somebody like DeAndre Ayton. Because here's what you're gonna do: Chris Paul's gonna get that screen. He's at the top of the court. He's dribbling the ball. Chris Paul's gonna get that screen, and after he hits that screen, the screen's gonna be on his right. He's gonna go to the right. And what's either going to happen is you're going to step up on Chris Paul and he's going to throw a lob. Or what you're going to do is you're going to sit back and Chris Paul is going to have that favorite spot right next to the free throw line on the right side, that favorite spot, and do a quick pull up, bow. Pull up, bow, bow, bow.
Well, let me tell you the biggest problem. The Suns, what makes the Suns system so dirty is that you got Chris Paul, the point guard, having the ability to run that beat as nasty as it gets in that pick and roll system with DeAndre Ayton, a nice big who can score. But the scary thing about it is you've also got Booker out there, and then you've also got another guy named Michael Bridges who can score as well. So the pick and roll is dirty because someone's going to get open. And even if no one gets open, the switch. And Booker was killing the switch last night.
Yes, he was. Because
now that I'm thinking about it, Jrue Holiday was on Booker. And they kept running that pick and roll, and then we get the switch. Brook Lopez will step up on Booker, and you have Jrue Holiday. You had Jrue Holiday trying to cover Ayton every time they exploited that. That's why Ayton put up 22. It's too easy. And that's what I'm telling you. It goes back to Monty Williams just being great, and Mike Budenholzer's got to make adjustments because that's just not going to work. This is why I'm saying you got to put PJ Tucker. Hopefully he'll be better guarding Ayton than Jrue Holiday. You got to put PJ Tucker on either Chris Paul, or you got to put PJ Tucker on Devin Booker because that pick and roll is killing the Bucks.
It will
not succeed.
It is. And here's what's crazy, man. I mean, I think about this even because Chris Paul is a player coach too. He's a player coach. He's played with Tucker. He knows what Tucker's weaknesses are on defense. He knows specifically what Tucker's weaknesses are on defense. This is something that, and I hate to always go back to the Houston Rockets, this is something that the Houston Rockets did not do when they had Capella and they had Draymond Green on Capella. They're taking advantage of, because notice there's about, I think, 4 times that Tucker was on Ayton yesterday. And I think he stopped him only 1 time because it was a bad shot by Ayton. You don't want Tucker on Ayton. That's money all day because Ayton's got that hook. He's got a small hook. So, I mean, the defensive-wise, it's going to be smart to keep, like you said, it's going to be smart to keep Tucker on Booker because that's going to be something that's going to slow down. But here's what we need to think. We need to think about this, is we need to think about double teaming Booker, right? Because you got to find somebody to leave open because they were doing this in the beginning to where Booker would drive and then he would have to pass out because they would collapse. They were missing their shots. The Suns were missing their shots in the beginning. The bench, not really like Chris Paul, but when they're passing out to like Peyton, I mean, there was another boy that had a great game yesterday. You can't leave Johnson open. He only had 10 points, but those 10 points were crucial points. They were crucial points.
Yeah. He was eating yesterday.
He was balling yesterday. 50% in your first finals game. Who are you talking to? C. Johnson was balling. Payne was balling. And yes, these are only 10 points, but these are all crucial points.
Yeah, and like you said, with them double teaming Booker, it's dangerous because, like I said, Jay Crowder didn't have a good game at all. He missed a lot of shots. He made 1 free throw all game, but he had a plus 19, plus or minus, the highest on the court. The highest on the court with 1 point.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, everyone else I feel like played good. Like they played up to, I would say, standard. Like Ayton played great. Bridges played good. Booker played good, but even Booker could play better.
Yeah.
But he still dropped 27.
Exactly.
Paul played exceptionally well.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You double team Booker, you don't want to leave Paul open if he's going to be playing like this.
Yeah.
Because you have no shot. Because even if you double team Booker, you got either Ayton singled out in the paint. You got Bridges open, who is dangerous when he's open. You got Crowder, maybe he might do something. And then you got Chris Paul. So it's not like it's a safe bet to say you want to double team someone, but I don't think I don't know if it's gonna work with the way the Suns run their system. And I feel like the way Monty Williams is going right now, he's gonna adjust that quickly. Whether they double team him or not, it's something I feel like he's gonna fix quickly.
I mean, with the way the game went yesterday,
too hot right now.
With the way the game went yesterday, I got Phoenix in 5 still. I still got Phoenix in 5.
I don't remember who I picked. I'm sure I picked Phoenix. But I think it was all based on if Giannis came back or not.
Yeah. It was.
I think I leaned towards the Suns. I'm pretty sure I leaned towards the Suns. I think I said Suns in 6 or 7.
I don't know, but we've been saying this since the beginning, man. I'm not even trying to be like that. Because I know we said the Lakers once, because at the end of the day, you cannot doubt LeBron, especially openly on this channel. But we've been saying, yo, if the Suns beat the Lakers, bro, they're gonna have a chip on their shoulders. They're going to have that chip, and they have had exactly the biggest chip on their shoulder than any other team. And they're lucky it wasn't Atlanta, because if it was Atlanta would be getting mopped right now, right? I don't think they would have been able to keep up with Phoenix bro, at all.
They have no defense. They would have gotten murdered.